day out at Brands Hatch when he was 17 proved to be the turning point in his life.
He said, literally, as he did with things, "This is for me." And that was it. From then it became an obsession. It was nothing to do with actually loving cars from the word go. It was just that one day.
Hunt wasn't interested in remaining a fan. He was going to be a racing driver. Suddenly, his then girlfriend found herself with a rival.
From that day on, he was hooked. And I remember the first time going and sitting in the stands at paddock at Brands Hatch on Boxing Day and freezing cold. And he just became alive and took off. Life changed.
Hunt's parents didn't share his enthusiasm for the racetrack. If he was going to be a racing driver, he would have to pay his own way.
He got a job in the local hospital, acting as a porter, which was quite extraordinary for us, since most of us are public school boys, and the thought of being a hospital porter didn't seem quite the scene.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my team with the legendary Mr. James Hunt in the Hesketh Racing Team. And this is now round 6 of the championship, and we've reached Monaco, baby! Oh god, yes, it's Monaco, everyone. Anyway, let's see how our team is doing right now. As you can see, we got some worn components on the car, and we're almost out of cash, which is pretty typical of James Hunt when he was driving for real back in the 1970s, yes. Anyway, let's see what we can do, because it's not too long to go before the Grand Prix at Monaco. So we're going to have to fill in some activities, and I think the first, of course, is going to be 3 days with some air stewardesses. And then for the rest of the time, I think we'll just fill it in with any little bit of fluff that happens to walk past James at the time. Oh, wait, no, we can't actually do that. So we're going to have to do a durability department focus. Oh, that's just boring, isn't it? That's just absolutely boring. Anyway, we're just looking at the aerodynamics, and unfortunately we can't do anything more to the car because it's way, way, way too expensive, and we haven't got enough cash left. And the only thing we can do is to upgrade our second driver, and once again, of course, Mr. James Hunt is not going to do that. No, definitely not. Okay, so we're just looking at the driver market now, and as you can see, James Hunt seems to have taken a little bit of an interest in Tatiana Calderon. Yes, so could she be a future driver in the Hesketh Racing Team? Well, we will have to just wait and find out later on, won't we? But at the moment, it's looking very good indeed. Okay, then let's move on to Monaco. Okay, so first qualifying run for James Hunt, and already we have a problem with the car.
Okay, Jeff here. You're causing unnecessary wear to your transmission. Try to take it easy or we risk losing it.
Yes, so there seems to be a problem with the gearbox on James Hunt's car. Of course, they have to last a certain amount of time, but I don't know what's happening here, but James is going very, very slowly around the hairpin. Very, very slowly indeed. I think there may be a serious problem with the gearbox on this Hesketh Racing car. He's going very, very slowly indeed. I don't think he's got all the gears. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but he is still going. He's only in first gear. Look at this. He just can only get it into second, third, and it's going very, very sluggishly indeed. Oh my goodness.
Okay, this is Jeff. Update on the car. The gearbox is damaged. Gearbox is damaged. You'll likely find gear changes slower.
Okay, so this is not so good. As you can see, James Hunt is not going very fast around the circuit, and of course with the wet conditions, I don't think he's going to be able to put in any kind of time. So I think it will be better just to come into the pits now and change the gearbox. He of course is going to get a penalty and he's going to end up right at the back of the grid, but he would do anyway because his qualifying time is going to be absolutely horrendous in these conditions, and the fact that his gearbox is now broken. So yes, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change for a new gearbox, which means James Hunt at Monaco. The place where you cannot pass is going to start right from the back of the grid.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars climb around 40 metres up through Beau Rivage, onto the casino, and then descending down towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners here, 7 to the left and 11 to the right. There's one single DRS zone as well, so don't expect that to make overtaking any easier today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Albon, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Kvyat, Ocon and Carlos Sainz, Norris, Raikkonen, Sergio Perez and Magnussen, Grosjean, Gasly, George Russell and Lance Stroll, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Hunt and Louis Delatraz. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So please take care into Sandevot, because we're going to be right amongst the pack as we say go, go, go for James Hunt once again from last position. There's his teammate Louis Delatraz directly in front of him. Now what is James going to do? Is he going to be cautious? Well, of course he's not. It's James Hunt, for God's sake, and he sneaks down the inside, as you can see, past 5 cars, I do believe, yes, up into 16th place already for James Hunt. Fantastic move there, absolutely fantastic. But look at this, Pierre Gasly has got past James Hunt. Of course, the winner of the last real-life Grand Prix has got up into 16th place and straight past, in fact zoomed past James Hunt there. All but James Hunt isn't going to take this line down, unlike most of his women, and as you can see, he storms past Pierre Gasly now back into 15th position, I do believe, as everyone goes very, very slowly around the hairpin, and we continue on, just about to come into the tunnel section now. So James Hunt, as we now get the green flag, is in 15th position at the moment. His next target is Sergio Perez, and of course the Racing Point, and in front of him we've got Kimi Raikkonen. Well, it was Kimi Raikkonen, now it's K-Mag, Kevin Magnussen. As oh dear, he's hit the barrier there. Oh, and he's hit the barrier again, does James Hunt. Wowzers mid trousers, unbelievable scenes. So James Hunt still holding on to 15th position at the moment, but he's bouncing all over the barriers, absolutely bouncing all over the barriers at the Monaco circuit, and trying desperately to catch up to these 3 cars in front now. We've got Raikkonen, Magnussen and Perez, and let's see if we can get past as we're just about to complete the first lap. Oh, very, very close to the back gearbox there of Sergio Perez in that Racing Point. He's powering through now, He's absolutely determined to try and get some points out of this race, but I don't think, to be honest, it's going to be possible starting right from the back of the grid. Anyway, this is now lap 2. We're now going up the hill. Now going up the hill at full chat for James Hunt. Still chasing Sergio Perez as we now go past this beautiful building off to the right-hand side at Monaco. Well, to be honest, all the buildings are beautiful at Monaco, yes. We've got the casinos now as we're just going down into the hairpin section of this Grand Prix. Still chasing Sergio Perez, and he's got a Huss right up his chuff. Yes, a Huss right up his chuff as James Hunt in the Hesketh car, but he's ahead of his teammate, of course, Louis Delatraz, who he performed that superb move right at the start. Oh no, he's hit the wall. He's got damage to his car. In fact, he had damage to his car on the other side as well. So that must have been on the first lap where he had that little incident, that little altercation with some of the cars and went through. So yes, he's got some damage to his front wing now. This is going to affect, of course, his downforce, and it's very, very vital to have a really good downforce at this track, of course, at Monaco. This is a very, very high downforce track. Anyway, Valtteri Bottas has now put in the fastest lap on lap 2. James Hunt still holding on to 15th position now at the moment. Sergio Perez still ahead in 14th, and Romain Grosjean in 16th position is still behind him in that Huss car. So, oh my goodness, now the engine is showing some signs of wear. This is not looking good. We just had a new gearbox, and now the engine is looking pretty green cracked for James Hunt. Well, it's not going to make much difference, of course, because the speeds are pretty low at Monaco. So if you've got a pretty clapped-out engine, it really doesn't matter too much compared to the other cars. Of course, if this was like Monza or one of the other really fast circuits, he'd be in real trouble right now, and he's almost in real trouble there as a Huss almost sort of, I think, sort of planted the back of James Hunt a little bit there, but he's okay as we go around the hairpin once again. still holding on to 15th position. This is now lap 3 and he almost binned it there. Did you see that? Wowzers, mid-trousers. That was very, very hairy, scary stuff for James Hunt there as he goes through the tunnel section, but he's desperately fighting like crazy to just try and get some points out of this race. But at the moment he's still just really at the back, I have to say, 15th place and not making much ground on Sergio Perez, who's in 14th position now. And yeah, it's quite a bit of a gap for me just looking at the mini-map, and it's looking quite extensive. So I don't think this is going to go too well for James Hunt, I have to say. I don't think this race is going to produce any good results. Anyway, as you can see, we've now got behind James Hunt Lomon Glozon. Yes, Lomon Glozon is just about to complete lap 3 as we go into the next lap of the Grand Prix. Okay, now it's time to accelerate forward now to lap 6. Yes, lap 6 of the Grand Prix. Still in 15th place for James Hunt, but the car behind him now is George Russell in the Williams. Yes, George Russell in the Williams is now behind him in 16th place. Still chasing Sergio Perez, but the gap has gone enormously now. As you can see from the mini-map, the gap between James Hunt and Sergio Perez is absolutely ginormous. Anyway, we accelerate forward to lap 7 and it's time for James Hunt to come in for his pit stop. So he pits from 15th position. As you can see, he's going to lose a few positions. We've got the Racing Point coming out ready for their car as well. So in we come into our box, which is right at the end of the pit lane, as you can see, just before the safety car, and the lads are going to change onto the harder tyre. Thank you, lads. And we come out from the pit lane now, and we're currently in 19th place as we go onto the medium tyre for the rest of this stint. Yes, 19th position for James Hunt. I just don't believe this is going to get us any result whatsoever. Anyway, time to accelerate forward now to lap 9. Lap 9, just going past the pits, I do believe. Is there any cars pitting? No, there isn't. But we're still holding on to 17th position now. 17th position, but still way, way, way outside the World Championship points as we accelerate forward now to lap 12. Yes, lap 12, and we're getting blue flags, everyone. Blue flags, blue flags. I think that is that Lulu? I know it's Valtteri Bottas, in fact, in the Mercedes car. So we've got to yield and let Valtteri pass, otherwise we will get a penalty. So we're going to slow down right here. Well, come on, Valtteri, go past James, for God's sake, go past. Oh, what is going on? Come on. Okay, don't. You just take your time, Valtteri. You just take your time. Anyway, and now we've got Lulu, who also goes past us as well. So there you go, but we are still holding off this time from Nicholas Latifi, who's in the other Williams car and is currently behind us in 18th position. James Hunt still in 17th place. Wowzers. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 19. Yes, lap 19, just about to start the last lap of the race, and unfortunately nothing else has happened in the race because it's Monaco, and Valtteri Bottas has now won the race, and James Hunt is going to finish in 16th place. Very, very disappointing indeed, but he had that huge disadvantage having to start from the back of the grid after that gearbox change. So here we go then, crosses the line in 16th place. Yes, he won't be happy with that whatsoever. There you go, nothing, no response from James Hunt, no response. But he gets driver of the day, wowzers! Well, he would do if Codemasters actually loaded that up properly, but there you go. Wow, look at all those yachts in the harbour, look at all those yachts in the harbour. They're all full of supermodels in their bikinis. Anyway, let's move on then, shall we? There's Valtteri Bottas. Look at this. Look, I won, lads. I won at Monaco. Yes, you did. It's a very, very difficult race to win in any situation. But at Monaco, it's fantastic. So on to the podium then. There's Valtteri. There's Lulu. And is that Sebastian Vettel? Yes, Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. Wowzers. If only that was happening right now. If only that was happening right now. But unfortunately, it's not. So let's go to the point situation and see where we are. Well, no change, of course, for James Hunt. He actually dropped down to 7th place now with those 35 World Championship points. And Valtteri Bottas is currently in the lead. And we are in 6th place in the Constructors. Okay, just before we continue, we're going to put some more sponsors onto our car. As you can see there, we're going to do that very, very quickly. Because we don't want to bore you putting sponsors on the car, do we? No, we don't. But there you go. The sponsors are going on. Fantastic. Yes. So now our Hesketh racing car is going to look a little bit more different than what it did before. So on to the next Grand Prix, and it's Canada, oh Canada. So out we go for qualifying. At the moment you can see we're just about to put our first run in for James Hunt. We're a little bit down that sector, but he crosses the line and it's going to put him in 5th position. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. 5th place for James Hunt. Anyway, a little bit later to qualifying, you can see that James Hunt is down to 14th position now, but can he improve on this? Well, he is a little bit up on his sector time, so it's looking pretty decent at the moment. So it looks like it's going to put him in 11th place. Wowzers, 11th position. Fantastic for James Hunt. But he wasn't content with that, and he went out for a 3rd run. And as you can see, down to 12th place at the moment. But is he going to improve on that time as he crosses the line? And it's going to be, he's up on the sector. He's almost half a second up, in fact. And he goes up into 7th place. Wowzers. Bloody hell. Fantastic there for James Hunt. 7th place for Canada. Whoa.
Bonjour! It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Albon, Sainz, Stroll, Hunt and Pierre Gasly, Ricciardo, Perez, Esteban Ocon and Norris, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean and George Russell, Latifi, Delatraz, Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Which of these
So here we go then as the 5 lights go out once again on the James Hunt career mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away he goes from 9th place on the grid. And it's raining, unfortunately. We're on the intermediate tyres as we go into turn 1. Now, what is James going to do? Well, he goes for a dive like he always... Oh, contact with the Red Bulls. Contact with the Red Bulls. But he's made 2 positions up. Yes, up into 5th place now. Yes, he gets a warning for a collision with Verstappen, but he's up down to 5th position and chasing the Ferraris of Vettel and Charles Leclerc. What a fantastic start to this Grand Prix for James Hunt. Now, of course, the astute of you may notice in the right-hand corner of the screen that it says 35 laps. Yes, this is a 50% race, and all the races will now be 50% to try and separate it from my all-seasons career mode. So here we go then. James Hunt still in 5th position and chasing hard on Sebastian Vettel in that Ferrari, but he seems to be pulling quite a little bit of a gap on James Hunt, as you can see. Now behind James Hunt we've got Carlos Sainz in, of course, the McLaren. Yes, the McLaren car. Of course, Carlos Sainz will be disappearing off to Ferrari and pretty much the back of the grid for 2021. But at the moment he's in a McLaren and holding on to the back of James Hunt as we go around the corner here. Very, very tight right hand, as you can see, and James Hunt gets a little bit of slippage from the rear end as he goes around that corner. Got a yellow flag as well, not quite sure why that is, but back to greens, and James Hunt is now pulling away from Carlos Sainz behind him, as you can see, and still chasing Sebastian Vettel, and he does seem to be making a little bit of ground now on the Ferrari car ahead of us as we're about to complete lap 1, just past Champions Wall. Of course, the wall that has claimed many a world champion. Yes, many a world champion, as Lewis Hamilton puts in the fastest lap of the race. This is now lap 2 and we're still chasing Sebastian Vettel, still on the intermediate tyres. It is still raining out there pretty hard, but of course not hard enough for wet tyres, but hopefully it will dry out soon and we'll be able to go onto some dry tyres for the rest of this Grand Prix. Just looking back now from the camera just behind James Hunt's helmet on sort of the side cowling of the engine there. Fantastic camera view. Well done, Codemasters, well done indeed, as we're still chasing Sebastian Vettel in that Ferrari car ahead, but still holding on at the moment to 5th place, so we're looking good for some World Championship points at the moment. But as you can see in the rearview mirrors, Carlos Sainz is really looking very angry indeed. He's going for a move on James Hunt, but I don't think James Hunt is going to take any of Carlos Sainz's crap, and he goes round. Carlos Sainz goes round. James Hunt continues on, got the green flags, and yes, so that's what you get when you try and get past James Hunt, and Carlos Sainz won't be making that same mistake anymore. So still 5th place for James Hunt. We've now got Maxi Boy Verstappen behind in the Red Bull, and behind him we've got Alexander Albon as well in the sister Red Bull. So this is still the second lap of the race, still chasing Sebastian Vettel. Unfortunately he's lost a little bit of ground there after that collision with Carlos Sainz, and Sebastian Vettel has pulled out a little bit of a gap now in 4th position. So once again past Champions Wall, and once again quite predictably Lewis Hamilton has put in our fastest lap, so that means he must of course be in the lead as we just cross the line now and start lap 3 in our beautiful livery of the Hesketh Racing Team car. Yes, number 24, which was the number that James Hunt drove during his career in Formula 1 back in the 1970s. So this is lap 3, still chasing Sebastian Vettel. But you can see from the mini-map now that Vettel is actually pulling out a little bit of a gap on James Hunt. Of course, the performance of this Hesketh racing car is pretty dour, it has to be said. Yes, we're pretty much second from last in the development, so James Hunt is doing a fantastic job indeed. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 5. As you can see, we're just looking at the telemetry on the right-hand side of the screen, and our engine is looking pretty knackered right now, pretty knackered. We've got 71% of wear to the in-car entertainment system. I know it's not what it's called, but I'm calling it that. Yes, the ICE has got 71% of wear on it. The MGUH has got 65%. And look at this, it's just all the turbocharger's got 64%. So yes, our car is not looking very good. We're going to have to change some parts for the next race. Otherwise, we're never going to get round. Absolutely never going to get round. But at the moment, James Hunt is holding on as we accelerate forward out to lap 10. Lap 10. Look at the tyres now. These intermediate tyres are absolutely cream crackered on our car. So we've got to come in for a pit stop on lap 10. Still holding on to 5th place for James Hunt at the moment. Sebastian Vettel, well, he's away and gone in that Ferrari, has to be said. And Verstappen is still chasing hard on the back of James Hunt, of course, in that Red Bull car. So is James going to come in on this lap, or is he going to carry on going? Not quite sure what's going to happen. We're just about to find out though. And he doesn't come into the pits. Oh my goodness. Look at the tyre wear. Look, it's now 80%. James, you've got to come in. You've got no choice. You have to come in. Of course, James was used to much harder tyres back in the 70s. Much harder tyres indeed. These soft tyres, well, they don't last very long at all. So as you can see, Maxi Boy Verstappen is now getting very, very close to the rear end of James Hunt in his Hesketh. But he really shouldn't be staying out this long on tyres that are that worn, especially intermediate tyres, because he's doing himself no favours whatsoever. So he's going to have to come in pretty sharpish. He's got the warning as well to say that the tyres have reached the end of the cliff. 82% now on that rear tyre. But I have to say, he's doing a pretty decent job of holding off from Maxi Boy Verstappen as we accelerate forward now to lap 11. We've got yellow flags. What is going on here? What is going on here? I'm not quite sure. Charles Leclerc is out of the session. There he is off to the left-hand side. And the safety car has come out. The safety car has come out. That is exactly at the right time and exactly what James Hunt needed. The safety car has come out. He's gone completely worn tyres. So he's going to be able to come in for his pit stop and effectively get a free pit stop because we're under safety car conditions. Wowzers, that was absolutely fantastic. Well done, Charles Leclerc, for breaking your car at that point in this race. So he's got to go slowly, of course, because we're under safety car, but now he comes in for his pit stop and he's going to change on to some more intermediates because it is too wet for the dries at the moment. Look at the tyre wear now, 86%. That was very, very lucky indeed for James Hunt. He would have had to come in anyway, but under safety car conditions, it's absolutely fantastic news. So in James comes, changes from the intermediates onto another set of the intermediates. And he rejoins now. Look at this, I think he's made a position up in the pits. I think he's up into 4th place. We'll see. We're just about to rejoin the field now. And yes, he has. Wowzers, mid-trousers, up into 4th position for James Hunt on lap 12. And he's now going to stay behind the safety car. Okay, it's time to accelerate forward now to lap 14. Lap 14. We're under the safety car conditions. And the safety car is about to come in now. So yes, we got Sebastian Vettel right in front of us, and it'll soon be time for us to say green, 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 and go, go, go. And look at this, he tried to sneak past Sebastian Vettel there, just going past Champions Wall, didn't quite manage to pull that off. But now it's time for the green light, I do believe, just as we start. Yes, there we go green. And let's see if he does a light dive on Sebastian Vettel. No, very, very cautiously there, actually, for James Hunt. Still holding on to 4th position. We've got Lance Stroll behind us in 5th place, Maxi Boy behind him in 6th position, but we are chasing Sebastian Vettel in 3rd place in the Ferrari. And can he do it? Can he get past Vettel? Well, I'm not quite sure. He's getting very, very close to the rear gearbox now of Sebastian Vettel. He's got Valtteri Bottas in front of him, so of course his ultimate speed is being compromised by being in a dirty air. And yes, look at that. Wow, what a move for James Hunt. But he goes too wide of the exit, but he may just hold off. Yes, he does. He holds on to this 3rd position now. He's on a podium, everyone, a podium. He gets past Sebastian Vettel up into 3rd place, and now he's just got the 2 Mercedes boys of Bottas and Hamilton as we accelerate forward out of lap 15. Lap 15, and both the Mercedes are coming to the pits. Look at this, they both come into the pits, which means that James Hunt is going to take provisional lead of this race. Yes, fantastic. Look at this. this is a clear signal to all the team bosses to say, look how I can drive in this Hesketh car. This Hesketh car, of course, they won't be interested in signing him, of course, because this is my team and this is James Hunt's own team. But it's still good to impress the bosses of other teams. As we accelerate forward to lap 24, as you can see, look at those intermediates. Once again, we're almost at the end of our cliff. 79% now on those rear tyres. 80% we go. Oh no, 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 no. James has got a puncher. James Hunt has got a puncher. You can see the tyre has gone. No, this is disaster from the lead and he's hit the wall. No. Serious damage to his car. He's got damage to his front wing and he's blown it. Is he going to retire? No, he's going to carry on going, I do believe. Yellow flags are out. Yellow flags are out. But this is absolute disaster from the lead of this race. He is now going to drop down. He's already down to third position, as you can see, but he is still going. He's got a warning for collision with Giva. Oh, look at this. He can hardly hold the car and he's lost it again. He's bent it. Oh, and the wing's come off. The wing has come off and the safety car's come out. I don't believe it. The safety car has come out. Yes, this is exactly what James Hunt needs. But can he limp back to the pits? Well, of course, all the cars are going to have to go very, very slowly. Now, I'm not quite sure what happens here. Of course, James Hunt is going slowly, so can the other cars pass him? Well, one has gone past him. Sebastian Vettel has gone past, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to maintain your position, aren't you? Well, I'm not quite sure when your car in front of you has got damage. Anyway, another one has gone past. There's Lulu. He goes past as well. So we're down to 6th place for James Hunt. He's desperately trying to hold on to this car, but of course, he's only got 3 wheels on his wagon. But yes, he is still holding on at the moment. As you can see, the cars behind seem to now be keeping their pace. I'm not trying to get past James Hunt. Just look at those tyres now. Look, the left rear is almost 100% as well. So I hope we don't get another puncher. Otherwise, he's going to have an enormous job trying to get back to the pits. Now, of course, all he's got to do is drive in a straight line now, but getting to the pits. So we accelerate forward now, and now it's time for him to come in for his pit stop. He's now got 2 punches on the rear. Look at this, both at 100%. They are both punching on the rear. How on earth he managed to get in, I've no idea. He's down to 13th place now, 13th position, but he comes in for the pit stop, and he's going to change on to another set of intermediates and of course a wing change as well. So he's going to drop right down the field. You can see down to 21st position now for James Hunt as he rejoins 21st place, and in fact that's last because Charles Leclerc has gone out of the Grand Prix. So he rejoins in last place on lap 25 with just 10 more laps to go as we accelerate forward at lap 26. Lap 26, and you can see the safety car has now come in, so it's green flag time, and he gets past Valtteri Bottas straight away. What a move from James Hunt there, straight past Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes car up into 20th place now, 20th position. So we've got a huge trolley train of cars ahead of us. Carlos Sainz is the first one, then Esteban Ocon, followed by Albon and Magnussen ahead as well. But can he get past? Can he get past? Can he even get into the points in these last few laps of this Grand Prix? And look at this, he goes for a dive on Carlos Sainz, straight past. That was like taking candy from a baby, really, it has to be said. And up into 19th position now for James Hunt as we accelerate forward now to lap 27. Lap 27, and you can see we're still chasing Carlos Sainz. And well, wait, what's going on? There's a lot of cars coming to the pits. What on earth's going on? Oh my goodness, what is going on? James Hunt did a little bit of corner cutting there. And what? We go back into the lead. I don't believe it. We've got what's going on? What's going on? We've gone into the lead again off this Grand Prix from. I'm completely confused now. Oh, I think I've just worked it out. Yes, they have all gone on to dry tyres, and James Hunt is still out there on intermediates. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So once again, he's back into the lead, but once again, he's under real pressure from the car behind, and this time it's Maxi Boy Verstappen in second position on that. Oh, he's gone very, very wide. Look at that. Can he get it turned round? Oh, only just. Yes, these intermediate tyres are gone. He's lost 5 positions already, down to 6th place for James Hunt. He's got to come in for another stop. I don't believe it. Yes, on lap 29, he's got to come in for another stop. This is real hero to zero to hero to zero again, isn't it? It really is. So in comes James Hunt. He's got absolutely no choice whatsoever. Otherwise, he is going to end up in last, but I think he's going to end up in last anyway, to be honest. So he's got to stop now for some dry tyres. Oh, look at all the cars going past. That is so disappointing. So disappointing for James Hunt there. But yes, on to the dry tyres. Medium tyres for the rest of this stint. Could have gone on to some softs, but we decided just to go on to the mediums. There's not many more laps left in this Grand Prix, and we rejoin now in 20th place. Wow, what a disappointment that is. As we accelerate forward as lap 35, it's the last lap of the race. Unfortunately, James Hunt couldn't catch up to any of the other cars in front, so it does look like he is going to finish well outside of the World Championship points once again after Monaco, of course. And this is not good. This is not good. But he came so close. He came so close to getting some serious points there as Maxi Boy Verstappen crosses the line and wins the race for the Red Bull team. Wowzers, that's so disappointing, so disappointing. And he's got to see if he can hold off from Latifi, who's in the Williams car. Oh, and Latifi gets past him. I don't think James Hunt is going to put up with that. And no, he doesn't put up with that. There's contact as he crosses the line and he hits Champion's wall and he's taking his wing off and he's taken out Latifi as well. Well, that was a little bit of aggression from James Hunt there in the car as he crosses the line. I think he was just thoroughly fed up at that point. I'm sure they'll have a little conversation with Latifi after the race and it'll be fine. Yes, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. And the driver of the day was Antonio Giovinazzi, who unfortunately seems to have disappeared. Yes, he's gone somewhere. Not quite sure where. And there is Christian Horner. Wow, he does look bright, doesn't he? Doesn't he look bright? Look at that. I bet he moisturises with that, what's it called? Olive Ulay. Is that the one? Olive Ulay. He looks well bright. There's the winner though, Maxi Boy Verstappen, and there's X-Matty G and Arava, one of the team mechanics, of course. Yes, they're YouTubers, in case you didn't know. Yes, they're YouTubers, F1 YouTubers, yes. Got lots more subscribers than me. Lots more subscribers. Not that I'm bitter, of course. Not that I'm bitter. Anyway, there's the podium celebrations. There's the podium celebrations. Fantastic, lads. Fantastic. And it's time, once again, unfortunately, to go to one of those boring interviews with, is it Claire? I'm not quite sure. We don't want to see that, do we, girls and boys? No, we want to see this. Yes, it's time for the Grid Girls. Look at that, lads. Look at that. Blimey. Blimey. Oh, look at that. There's another one. There's another one, lads. There's another one. Fantastic. Oh, look at them. Look at that one, lads. Look at that one. What's she doing? Oh my goodness, she just winked at me. Oh, she's dirty, lads. She's dirty. She's filthy. Absolutely filthy. I love it. I love it indeed. Oh, I like it when they start from the bottom and work their way up to the top. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Now there's loads of them, lads. Now there's loads of them. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to contain myself much more. Look, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Look, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Look, there's just every type you need. Just every type you need. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no, wait. No. I can't hold it any longer. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Absolutely fantastic. And I hope you'll join us again for some more James Hunt in the Hesketh Racing Team. Almost lost my words then. Maybe it's because I was too busy wanking.